Hello and welcome to the fans at home. This is your round 2 volleyball action with Illawarra Vikings taking on the Tasmania Echidnas here in Moonah Sports Stadium. My name's Bailey and I'm here with my co-host Ben. We'll be your commentators for today.
Looks like we're going to have a pretty good game here today, Bailey.
Both teams have warmed up strong.
Whoop.
And I've just caught a ball in the crowd just to show you the power of some of these girls' swings. With both teams going back to serve, we'll just start running through the team lists. Your Illawarra Vikings team, we have number 5, Karen White. Number 6, Anna Lloyd. Number 7, Tegan McGrath. Number 8, Raina Lawton. Number 9, Maddie Rennie. Apologies if we make mistakes with any of these names. We haven't seen them up until now. Number 11, Bree Vavros. Number 12, Hayley Mason. And number 13, Phoenix LeBrereton with the Illawarra Vikings head coach, Reese Blackledge.
And over on the Echidna side, we have number 1, Sammy Ashcroft. Number 2, Gabriella Edgar. Number 3, Erin Fudge. Number 5, Gemma Wilkinson. Number 6, Sabine Jensen. Number 7, Thelma Nation. Number 8, Jardine Lockwood. Number 9, Caitlin Palfrey. Number 11, Lucy Allwright. Number 13, Jess Sitkus. Number 14, Lucy Veldhouse. Number 17, Erica Hudson. And their captain, number 18, Trin Thorpe.
And coach Josh Thorpe for the Tasmania Echidnas, who's not listed on our sheet. Your top ref today will be Peter, with your second ref, Ben. Lots of Bens floating around this volleyball stadium today.
Yes, there is quite a few. I've just gotten word that top ref's name is actually Dave.
Dave, not Peter.
That's all right.
Close enough. Once we get a look at these starting lineups, we'll go through and hopefully a nice tight contest between these two sides today.
Yeah. Looks like Echidnas have running 2 liberos. They've got a substantially bigger squad today than what the Illawarra Vikings have currently.
Inside word is that Illawarra are fighting a lot of injuries early on.
Yes. According to our notes, it looks like Maddie here is suffering with an injured ankle at the moment.
She could be playing on one leg by the end of the day.
But don't think that'll stop her. I reckon she'll be taking court.
Let's have a look at the starting lineup. Setting for Illawarra, we've got Anna. That's all I've got for you so far, ladies and gentlemen at home.
I reckon number 5, Karen, will be playing in the opposite role, I reckon. Potentially, maybe.
It's primarily a libero, but you may see her playing outside throughout this Southeastern Volleyball Challenge as both teams take the court. We do see number 6, Anna, setting with number 7, Tegan, as the opposite.
Looks like number 8, Raina, is starting in the backcourt pass-hit role.
And number 5, Karen, the frontcourt pass-hit.
It looks like the middles are starting in position 2.
An interesting decision, but I like it.
Yeah, so we have the libero for the Illawarra Vikings. We have Bree. And front court middle currently is Hayley.
Sammy Ashcroft back to serve here. Let's get this game underway.
Great serve into 6.
Sets the middle, and that one will just find itself wide of the court there.
It's a beautiful pass up there. Beautiful, beautiful pass.
Setter had plenty of options there. That's actually number 7 who is setting. Tegan.
Another great pass and a dump straight into position 4.
I love a cheeky setter dump, and she's started off early. Both teams one apiece. With number 12 going back to serve, Hayley. Listed here at 184 centimetres, the tallest woman on court.
It's taller than me.
A great pass by the Echidnas captain, Trin.
Bumps it out to the outside. Comes off of the head of the middle.
Some scramble play there by Illawarra.
Echidna's scrambling as well, pushing it deep.
A great pass.
High ball into the middle of the court. Back set to the captain again. which deflects off of the block of Illawarra and out of the court.
That was a great back set by Sammy there. I've had all my money on that going back to Lucy.
I've got to say, great work by Phoenix to keep that ball in play using her head. That's incredible.
I didn't even see it. A float serve.
Off of the net, picked up, but just outside of the court and range of the other players.
And just noticing, number 12 for Illawarra staying on with the libero. Short float serve by Trin.
Great pass up to the setter. Hitting eye off hands.
Outside swing. Just finding its way into the antenna by Aaron.
Number 7, Tegan McGrath, going back to serve. Reese giving some instructions to the libero there.
Both teams passing well early.
Great.
A nice swing. Backdoor by Lucy. That's all right. You'll be hearing that a lot throughout today's commentary. She scores bulk points for the Echidna's women in that opposite position.
Number 13, Jess, going back to serve.
A bit of confusion by Illawarra here, trying to get in rotation.
Absolutely great pass, running that middle option. Just finding its way past Caitlin.
Illawarra liked that one.
Very well done by Phoenix. And a great set by Tegan.
Illawarra looking to use the middles early. It's a good option to get that blocking spread, getting one-on-one options for their hitters.
Illawarra men getting around their female team.
Great pass by Erin.
Set going wide, but well saved by Erin.
She's made up for that early error, getting that pull off the block and out of play.
I reckon we'll be seeing quite a lot of tools here. Based on what we've seen from last round, a lot of the sets were going a little wide. We'll see if Illawarra can pick up on it, but...
See if they can adjust to the different gravity down in Tasmania.
Wow. That has absolutely just dropped into the floor there in front of Bree. Great serve by Lucy Allwright. The opposite for the Echidnas currently.
Echidnas taking an early lead, 6-3 here. Let's see if they can build some pressure for the Illawarra.
Another great pass.
Set outside. Will find its way into the net.
Rainer just not finding a connection just yet.
See, it's early on. She's got plenty of time to warm into this game. Illawarra not with a lot of options on the bench, as we said, struggling with numbers here in these early rounds.
Oh, and we've got a replay by Dave.
Who hadn't actually blown for the serve, as the second ref has just got some questions for our chief referee delegate in Stephen Ibbott. If there's a man that knows more about volleyball, they haven't met Steve.
No, he's a very, very intelligent man.
Looks to be questioning the rotation for Illawarra.
Seems like everything's okay, though. We're up.
Better be safe than sorry.
Much rather. Don't want to make a mistake later on down the line and then look back on it and be like, oh, I should have picked it up then.
And this heavy float from Lucy Allwright causing the Vikings some trouble here early.
I love this, though. The Illawarra Vikings coming in together themselves on the court to try and get some words in, try and really just find their feet again.
Well, they just got to get into the motion of it, get into the swing of it.
Yeah, new stadium, new courts. Got to get adjusted to the environment.
A lot of these girls probably never played in this stadium, whereas for the Tasmania Echidnas, we play here every week.
There's a lot of different factors. Like currently, it's quite cold. The ball's not floating near as much. It just dies, finding its way. We found that today in the men's game.
Yes,
ourselves.
we did. A lot of balls dropping in front of the passes here on serve-receive. See if Reese can rile up his team here. He's called the timeout. He's obviously given his girls some instructions.
Score currently 8-3 to the Echidnas.
Lucy Allwright to serve again.
Great float serve going into position 1.
And a swing down the line.
Picked up, high ball, close to the net. Unfortunately, Erin not able to capitalise off of it. Looks like that timeout was well used by Reese there. Number 13 going back to serve at Phoenix.
Played in the AVSL for the New South Wales Phoenix earlier last year, I should say.
We've got that slide coming through and finding the floor. Great use of that there.
Something you don't see in the men's game, the slide. The women love to use it. Changes the angle of approach, gives the blockers something else to look at. Aaron Fudge back to serve with the scores 9-4. Echidna's up.
Finding the top of the tape. Well watched by the setter, Tegan. Free ball in. Nice high ball into the middle. Running that slide again and finding the back corner
from
of the court.
2. That is Caitlin Powerfree bringing the hammer on that slide.
We'll see if Illawarra are going to be able to adjust for that a little bit here. If the middle potentially sits a bit close to the left-hand side to watch for it or not.
And too many wheat bix for Aaron Fudge on that serve. Have to rein that one in.
Almost finding the back wall.
Number 6, Anna, back to serve now.
Getting lots of support here from the serve.
And a hard float.
Absolute beautiful float.
Great played off the block by Trin. Great up by Karen. And a setter dump, but
well picked up by Bree. Standing hit by Karen. Another
Bree.
great up and into the net, and Illawarra are stoked about that point.
Defence is going to be key to this game, I think, Ben. We've seen early that if anyone is able to put that nice ball up, Bree.
Yes. It's very good when you can have a libero that can control the game, especially the entire backcourt.
That one going at the back of the court will give Illawarra a free ball.
Nice communication, perfect pass up to run any option they want.
A nice block by Caitlin in the middle there.
Set wide and finding the back door almost angle. The cross back door, if you say.
A great swing by Haley through the middle. But great cover by the rest of the Vikings squad.
The men's team rallying behind them, creating lots of noise here.
Too many wheat bix.
The Matrix-esque.
I got what you were trying to say then. And a great dodge out the back there by Aaron. Read the ball off the hand early.
Standing float by Caitlin. Running that slide as well. Touched off the block. Well read by Aaron in the backcourt. Roll over the top. Very well watched by the setter, who's putting it nice and deep into the corner. And that is where experience comes in.
I noticed Caitlin just crept in early, and it seems that number 7, Tegan, noticed that too and just placed it right into the backcourt.
No, it's very good. Very, very good play. Very smart. Pass up by Aaron. A back bump to Jess, who gets blocked by the middle of Illawarra. Haley reading the balls really well now. And
a timeout by Echidna's coach, Josh Thorpe, just to rally the troops, maybe settle a few nerves. They got off to an early lead, but Illawarra fighting back now with the scores 11-9. Echidna's up.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before in our previous games about that mental and the momentum, especially in these sort of games where it's a new stadium, people that have never played against. Illawarra obviously have a smaller squad. The coach for the Echidnas, Josh Thorpe, has a bit more variety to be able to throw in things, make it a bit of a mix. For Illawarra here, if they keep this momentum going, that consistency, they'll be very good.
It's going to come down to the players on the court, I think, for Illawarra, where, as you said, Echidnas with the larger squad can make changes. Haven't made any as of yet, letting the girls go to work, but Illawarra are going to have to fix anything that they find on the court themselves with such a limited squad.
Yes. Float serve down to 6.
It'll be a free ball for Illawarra. I put my money on the middle here. I would have lost it.
Good thing you're not a betting man. Backcourt C option.
And a double called by the top ref.
Dave setting the bar nice and early here within the game.
He's got the whistle for a reason. a float serve to Trin with a heavy hand. Bree, another nice take.
Great block set up by the front court.
And just noticing these last few balls would have gone long. And Erin noticing that too and letting that one fly out the back there. Number 5, Karen, a smaller outside than you would normally see. But she's not letting the Echidna women boss her around. She's swinging hard and swinging high.
Second shortest on the team, 161 centimetres.
Wow.
Middle ball, finding that back court corner again.
Haley just tearing the team to shreds through the middle. In our position sheet, I can see that she also runs opposite, a setter. A middle blocking setter.
Wow.
I've seen it all.
That is very interesting. I would not trust many of our middles to be able to do that.
No, sir.
Tip over the top of number 13, Phoenix.
And
free ball in.
See what Echidnas can put together here.
Goes to the outside, Lucy, all right. Finding a way through the middle of the block. Just a bit of a seam there.
One of the heaviest hands in Tasmania Lucy's got, out of the men and women.
And she connects onto that ball.
Look out.
Hard. It is very hard.
Trin back to serve.
Deep float serve. Great pass again.
And Lucy, all right, building that roof.
It looks like the Echidnas are liking that roof. So they're coming in together, calling for a hoo roof type thing. Not something that's often seen.
A very tight-knit group of girls. And the centre dump. That's twice now. And I can see Josh Thorpe just talking to his girls, maybe saying a few things under his breath. And that ball moved a good metre in the air, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a great view next to the camera.
Oh, wow. It's finding those deep corners. The middles are just finding that there's no one defending in those areas.
And that's the second timeout taken by Josh Thorpe.
What do you reckon he's going to be saying to the team that's on the court currently?
Everything just looks a bit stagnant. Whether it's on serve, receive or defence, they're just struggling to get in the right spots. Saying that, Illawarra are placing the ball quite well.
They are. They are reading the Echidna's players very, very well here.
There's 81 square metres of court and they're using every inch.
Yes. That's some good quick maths.
9 times 9.
9 squared.
And a nice little chant by Illawarra. They're definitely using that momentum that we spoke about earlier to their advantage. Getting a nice run of points. After being down early, it is now 14-13.
I believe they were down about 4 or 5 points.
It's a big margin to make up. With number 7, Tegan back to serve now.
They've made it up pretty quickly as well. So this momentum's really carrying them now. Standing float serve to the libero. A bump set out to the outside. Erin tips it over the top. Well covered by 2 players. Wow, very well read.
And a great up by Trin. To the point-scoring machine and Lucy.
Oh, players diving everywhere to keep this ball alive. And, unfortunately, it just doesn't go over.
Just that lack of communication there. Having 2 bodies there instead of the necessary 1.
So unfortunate.
But quick to rally at Illawarra. They've moved past that point. Great pass by Karen.
Out wide. And sent to the floor by Lucy Allwright again. Those 2 kill blocks from Lucy there.
We've got some big units in the Tasmanian Echidna side. 2 of them currently in the front court in Lucy and Caitlin.
It's a front court I would not want to face.
Good thing you're a libero, Benny.
Yep.
And a great up by the setter, Sammy. And a set out wide. But
just finding outside of the court.
Cannot find the court.
Both linesmen calling it very early, very definitively. We like that in referees.
A lot of tape on Karen's right leg. Maybe an injury of sorts.
Potentially. Better off taping it than just leaving it alone, though. Oh, wow.
And what a line swing.
Looked like number 8, Rayner, was trying to take her line, but just left that ball-sized hole
Being a right-handed opposite and being able to turn down the line is something a lot of teams would like to have. And a great serve. She backs up a beautiful line swing with a hard float. And Reese using his second timeout. Both teams using both timeouts early on in this set.
Echidna's now finding their momentum.
It seems to be serving pressure is huge in this game. Whichever team's able to keep that foot on the throttle has shown with a run of points coming from both teams.
Yeah.
Echidna's starting well. Illawarra fighting back, and now Echidna's just getting in a couple of steps in front of Illawarra here.
It's very good, though. Illawarra have been dealing very well with the passing, though. A lot of the passes have been finding the setter up within that 1.5 metres of that semicircle there you can see in the middle of the court of what would be the basketball lines.
Some great passing being led by the libero in Bree. She really does own that backcourt.
Communicating really well between the two outsides. Taking up a lot more court and working enough to the favour where they're able to get the ball to go over. Middle of the court, Caitlin taking it. Pushed out wide to Erin. Hits over the top of the block.
And just sort of a scunned float swing almost.
I don't know if that was connecting with the block as well.
It certainly moved a lot. Moved enough to cause some grief in the defensive for Illawarra.
Bree was a little upset with herself there. She read it really early. She's taking those steps in.
Seems to be a serving target for Echidna's.
Oh, it's short and it's just hitting the floor. Gemma throwing her body at it, trying to get to it.
Overloading the libero on serve is an interesting choice by the Echidnas, as she seems to be passing most bowls on a dime.
Yeah, she's handling it very, very well.
Some people crumble under the pressure. She's standing up in her moment.
Yeah, that's right. Phoenix back to the serve. Finding that seam between Trin and Erin. Still passed up well and just ping-ponged.
It did. Just that gap in the block costing Illawarra the point there. And a substitution being made with Erin Fudge coming off and Thelma Nation coming on to serve.
Thelma is written down here as a setter.
A great up by Bree there as that ball just trickled over the net.
That's an up by Gemma, the libero for Echidnas, and it's still kept in play.
A cheeky little set over the net by Trin.
Still kept into play though.
And a high swing outside.
Bodies going everywhere on the Illawarra side, keeping this ball up. The hustle is incredible. A little bit of miscommunication. And
oh no. That one looked to physically hurt Bree on the Illawarra Vikings team. There was some great cover, some great scramble play, and just the old fingers McKnuckles double over the net. Another hard serve by Thelma.
Going straight to the libero again. But well dealt with. Going in short.
And a great cover by the Echidna's libero, Gemma.
Going through into the middle again and going towards Gemma, who can't get off on this one. It was great cover from before, though.
Throwing herself all around the court.
It looks like we're seeing another substitution coming in.
That'll be Erin coming back on for Thelma.
Look be like a serving sub, potentially.
Possibly.
That being said, did provide some very, very good serves here.
She did her job.
Yeah. That's what we've talked about before, doing your jobs.
Anna back to serve now for Illawarra.
Pass going straight to the libero. Deep
and a deep tip by Trin. And and just the glare to the umpire from the libero. She thought it was clean.
Not sure if she thought it was clean or just looking like, yep, I deserve it.
I think she knew that one was getting called.
Yeah, that one, unfortunately. Great pass up into the middle. Going for a dump and just unable to do it.
It had worked the previous two times for Tegan, but just finding the top of the tape that time.
But that being said, Jess on the other side, the middle blocker, did read it this time. It was up there for the block and ready in case it did come over.
Great up by Karen.
Gone out wide, high off hands.
Nice swing by Rayner. But Trin bringing the hammer.
Absolutely great swing there.
I don't know how you say great swing in Estonian, but that was a great swing.
It was a very, very good swing.
Echidna's chanting the one more with 8 set points here. Nice bump set. Echidna's with a well-formed block. We'll have another go.
Having great cover. Gone in short. Great pass up by Rayner.
Running a middle from anywhere.
4. Yeah.
Great defensive up by Anna.
It goes out wide to... Oh, wow.
Rayner. She started off that rally with a great swing and just trickled that one past the block there.
Echidna's here. Still 7 set points.
6, 7. I can't count.
Oh, and she just served it out. That looked like that was tracking to be in all honesty.
A theme for Illawarra, the men missing their serve on set point earlier in the day. Giving Echidna's the lead 1-0.
It was a great set, though. It was a good set.
The middle portion of that set was really tightly contested when both teams were serving hard and defending well.
Yes. It was very adamant to show that, like, what the momentum between everyone and between both teams really sort of shaped. There was a lot of ups and downs in both teams. And
you didn't see anyone drop their head, though.
No.
A theme for the week. Echidna's and Illawarra both playing with good spirits on the court.
Yeah, keeping that head up, the mental game there, it's really important. Just 2 points where your head's down could be the loss of many more.
Yes, indeed, Ben.
It looks like Steve, the old delegate ref, is adjusting the height for Dave, the top ref, so he can see a bit more.
Just having a look at the Echidna's huddle, we see assistant coach Nick Jones having a few words as Thorpe now steps in. They've got to be happy with that performance, don't you think, Ben?
I reckon so. They'll probably be talking about that middle portion where they were up about 6 points in the beginning of that first set. They got a big lead going, and then Illawarra was just finding their way back and was clawing, keeping on, bringing it back to them.
Yeah, Echidna's could have won that set by a good 10 points had they not let Illawarra back in during that middle portion. Illawarra, on the other hand, will want to stop the run of Echidna's serving. They pass well, they've attacked well through the middle, just maybe lacking a bit of connection with the outsides. Hopefully that can change this set.
They've done very well in the new environment. They've done very well.
It's a low roof here in Moonah. Definitely stadiums with high roofs around the place, but having to make that adjustment. We'll go through your starting lineups. Looks to be one change for Illawarra, with number 6, Anna, taking a seat on the bench. Let's have a look. We've got Tegan, who looks to remain setting, and number 9, Maddie Rennie, coming on in the opposite position. It's the only change that I can notice. And Echidna's sticking with their rotation that worked last set, Ben.
Yeah, in all honesty, the way that they finished that set, why change it?
You wouldn't change. They say don't change. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
That's the one I was looking for.
Yep. No, that's right. There's no point changing things when things are working. But, that being said, the Echidna's bench are rearing to go. They're etching to get onto the court. And it looks like number 7, Tegan, for Illawarra Vikings is to start us off here in the second set.
Float serve to the... Oh, just dropped short there. A great serve.
Oh, that low roof we were just talking about.
Oh, commentator's curse, you'd call it.
Just finding its way into the rafters there.
A common factor in the men's game. Didn't see too many off the roof today, though.
No, not at all. Captain Trin Thorpe on the serve here.
Cross-court float to Karen.
Middle tip.
Middle just a bit late there with that connection with the setter. And a great power swing by Lucy.
Great pick-up by Tegan.
And the cover and awareness by Lucy to get back and block after a nice up by Tegan, I think it was, in the backcourt.
Yeah. Looks like Coach Josh Thorpe providing
giving some service targets. Trin making that adjustment,
wow.
and wow, what a coach's point. For those at home, that's exactly where Trin was told to serve that ball.
Yep. That being said, though, it also just nicked the tape on the way down, which allowed it just to tip down.
And a nice bump set.
Going to
nice
deep
high
into
swing by
Libero.
Maddie.
Jess getting a swing in through the middle and finding it past Phoenix. Just getting in the outside of the hands there. It looks like
Phoenix LeBreton there in the middle, just unable to finish on that block.
That being said, we have a look at how the Illawarra Vikings are setting up for their passing on serve receive. Something we'll talk about in the next point. That was a great pickup by number 11, Libero Bree.
And an early timeout by Reese.
All right, back to what I was saying, though. Bree is taking a lot of this court. She's taking about, say, 80% of this court currently.
We'll have a look when she comes back on. Why wouldn't you if she's passing as well as she is?
Exactly. And it just makes it that job that bit harder for the server to aim at the service targets, which at the moment looks to be number 8, Raina. Looks like
overloading the pass hit there.
It is a very valid strategy. It is something used by many, many volleyball teams across the world. Overloading either the hitter that is front court or just overloading a outside hitter so that they are expelling energy when they really don't need to.
Karen looks to be taking almost half the court on the left-hand side.
And an absolutely dropping float serve by the captain, Trin Thorpe, for the Echidnas.
That'll be the difference in gravity from Illawarra to Tasmania there. That just dropped like a brick.
Oh my. Trin Thorpe to serve again.
And you're right. Illawarra running with just the 2 passes.
Wow.
And a nice save. Echidnas will have another go at it here.
And just not finding the block there.
Just noticed Lucy playing with an Apple Watch, counting her steps.
Wow. I don't know how people actually wear things on their wrists or anything when they're passing. Like, it's such a weird feeling. Number 5, Karen to serve, serving it deep into position 5.
Oh, and a powerful swing, only it was about halfway up the tape.
That being said, though, Illawarra setting up a beautiful block. Had that been going over the net, that was going straight back down.
Great positioning by the opposite and middle, Phoenix and Maddie.
And just getting another tool there off of Raina. Lucy, all up.
Young Jess back to serve for Echidnas. Scores are 7-2 early in the second set. What can Illawarra produce here?
So it looks like number 8, Raina, is the service target currently. Just a bit of miscommunication on the Illawarra side.
Karen not happy about that one. Looking a bit as you go, I go, you go. Someone go. It doesn't matter who.
Yeah. And if 2 people go for the ball at the same time, doesn't matter.
Jess back to serve again. And a float serve down the line. She had half a court there. No one was within 4.5 metres of that ball.
Illawarra coming in together quite a bit here, trying to reset, trying to just delay it that tiny little bit, trying to make the server just think a bit more. Jess finding number 5, Karen. Great set by Tegan out to Raina, who attempts to go cross court around the outside of the block there, but sadly just unsuccessful. Echidnas are building quite a lead here.
10-2. Illawarra need to make a change. A great up by Bree.
Backcourt swing. First backcourt we have seen currently. A great block by Raina, taken by the libero into 6.
Oh, and just pushing at that one. It will come off hands.
That's the volleyball I think they're looking for.
A lot of Illawarra's points in that first set came through the middle, and they look to be running a lot of middle options here.
I think the coaching staff of the Echidnas have noticed that. And
that one won't make it over the net.
Just clipping the bottom of the tape there.
Drinks on you, Phoenix.
Number 11,
of course.
Number 11. Lucy Allwright back to serve. Her float serves were deadly last set.
Oh, wow. Just trickling over the net and unable to be passed up there.
I think Tegan was playing some mind games on that one there.
Coach Thorpe looking to make 2 changes here. Looking to be running a backcourt setting option with young little Lucy coming on for big Lucy. And Erica coming on for Sammy.
And they're also,
Illawarra
also going to be making a sub here too. Number 6, Anna, coming on for
Maddie.
Running this backcourt option of a setter, just allowing to have 3 constant hitters in the front court.
It's a great utility to have in a team.
Yeah.
Just being able to throw in different lineups.
It's making the team think a bit, making the other team think a bit
Great
more.
first set by...
Oh my God.
It
has avoided 3 different players there. Gone through the hands of the block and avoided the swing of the arm of number 5, Karen.
How did no one touch that? I mean...
Linesman Francis, eye on the ball.
Isn't that your mother, Ben?
It is. And ball just not finding its way over the tape. Let's see if this new lineup allows Illawarra to side out more confidence.
They look to be...
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, no, sorry. Number 6 is setting.
Yes, switching the settings now. Pushed a little wide there. Cross-court swing.
Ooh. What? Because an interesting call here by second ref Ben.
And
the coach, Reese, very confused.
He's adamant that players were not out of rotation.
And a replay is being called. So it looks like second ref Ben is...
just a bit too eager there.
Yeah.
Looking for something that maybe wasn't there, or just a bit of confusion. Everyone makes mistakes.
And that's all right.
Everyone has those days.
Yeah, everyone does. It is... Yeah. So it looks like Captain Haley having a chat to the top ref and trying to figure out what the call is going to be, if it's going to be a replay or not. And he has called a replay. I think the correct call has been made in the end there. Nothing looked too out of row from back up here, but obviously very different angle.
Neither team gaining an advantage from that replay call there.
No, both teams getting a bit of a rest. It's not a bad thing. Serve going to the libero again.
High ball.
Looks like they've changed their service target again. Might be very interesting.
Oh, and wow. Trin. You will notice the pass hit Trin running a middle there. Look at this, Echidna's front court. There's a lot of size, there's a lot of power, there's a lot of volleyball smarts.
A lot of experience, yes.
There we go.
Serve down the line, finding what was the service target initially, and very well done by Raina to adjust on that float serve. That float serve is an absolutely deadly one. We can see it from here just moving backward and forward.
Maybe an adjustment by the Echidna's coach, putting Trin, probably one of the Echidna's strongest blockers, up against Haley.
I reckon so. It'd be providing just that little bit of different strategy. Great work by Brian to the backcourt. Perfect pass up and covering the ball as well. Great set on the outside. Finding her way around the block, who was taking it all cross-court. She's gone up, seen it, gone down the line. Absolute class.
Just came off the block there too, making it hard for Erin to have any hope of passing that one, really.
Absolutely great vision by Illawarra. A bit of miscommunication between libero Gemma and outside Erin. Finding that seam.
Momentum. It's building for Illawarra here.
The score was originally, what was it, 10-2?
10-2, and we see a fight back now. 13-8, Echidna's up.
Pass by Gemma. Going to the opposite. Another block by Haley. Illawarra's energy has seemed to have lifted as well.
It's hard being the away team. We saw that last week as we travelled to Sydney. But they've managed to turn it up here. And a great swing by Caitlin.
Absolute beautiful volleyball there. Great pass, great option by the setter, Lucy. And great run by Caitlin, who's now back to serve. And
just launched that one out the back there. Too many Weet-Bix.
It's been a lot of Weet-Bix consumed.
New sponsor maybe next year, Benny.
Maybe. How many Weet-Bix do you have?
I do 8.
I don't do any. Short onto Gemma here.
Oh, and great ground.
Chased down onto the outside of the court by the setter Lucy, who just clips the top of the roof there. Absolutely great serve by Hayley.
Just seeing Coach Thorpe glance up at the score. Didn't look too happy. He's now walking to the bench, looking to see who will be coming on. A great cross-court swing by Trin. She was a good 2 metres outside the antenna there and still managed to find the court.
That set was very flat and fast to find her. So well done to Trin for doing those adjustments.
Couple of adjustments looking to be coming through on the Echidna side after this point.
Erica with another good serve, and there seems to be a ball on the side of the court, but no one's called it. Very interesting. And
a great dive by Karen.
Let's see if Illawarra actually noticed if that ball was there, because if that was me, I would be fighting the top ref for that point to be replayed.
I will say, a lot of junior developing athletes doing a great job as the ball kids for us today, Ben.
Yeah.
They're not paid.
Volunteering their time to come here and support
any way that they can.
And do that is incredible.
A big block there by Phoenix LeBreton. And a double substitution happening again. Looking to be running that backcourt setting option with Sammy coming on for Erica and Big Loose for Little Loose. And a timeout called by Illawarra.
So that'll be their 2 timeouts.
Echidna's 4 points up here.
What do you think is it looks like the assistant coach is giving some words to
the 2 setting options in Anna and Tegan. Great
Very
minds.
Interesting, yeah. So maybe just providing a bit more of a help, saying like, look, it looks like he's talking about setting backwards, doing the back setting, getting it
I don't know why
onto the hands and not into the front, and then pushing the whole sort of body forward to get it together.
Maybe not giving the Echidna's women a chance to read where the set's going.
Yes. The Echidna's, though, looking calm, collected. Looks like they're finding themselves again here, which is good. It's that momentum we're talking about.
A long 30 seconds here.
I will say, the second ref does not have a watch on. So
I think he was counting in his head 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. That's all right.
It's a great way for guidance. Number 7, Tegan back to serve here.
A coach's, an anti-coach's point. I don't think I've ever seen one of those, Ben. Thorpe did not call that timeout.
I think Echidnas will take the point nonetheless.
And Reese with his head in his hands.
Captain Trin Thorpe back to serve. Serving to 6.
And young Jess building that roof in front of Phoenix.
Anna having to stick an arm out to try and take that ball. That ball just dipped down onto the 3-metre line there. So finding the libero again, who puts it up well into the 3-metre. And another great pickup. Great pickup there by Illawarra.
That is a great option. Oh, that one was definitely going to find its way long, but the rally will continue. Great set by young Jess.
Oh, and she has gone through the net.
You saw the look on number 8, Raina's face. She knew that one was finding its way long, but Illawarra managed to get past that and still win the point.
Even if there's a judgment of like, I'm not sure if someone's touched it, going for it is the best way forward.
Exactly.
It's the best way to go. Finding the wrists of Erin getting a bump set out. Still putting into court with some decent heat.
There's that back set we spoke about at the timeout. Touches there were definite.
And for both linesmen calling the touches there.
It's a hard job at the top of that ref stand. That's why he's got his 2 assistants.
Coach Josh Thorpe talking about feet positioning.
Planting those feet, being balanced when we're trying to set the ball.
Just serving it into position 5. Very close to the net. Well picked up.
And the libero attack.
Libero point by Bree there from Illawarra. Standing hit.
It's not often you see a libero have a swing and it finally caught.
Bree, the shortest player on Illawarra at 157 centimetres.
Should be close to the shortest one in the stadium today, I reckon.
Number 13, Phoenix serving it deep into 5 and finding the seam, and Erin just finding the top of the tape again. That being said, Haley, you've done a great job starting to read those hits there.
That was a great set by Sammy. Nice and fast, not giving Illawarra the chance to set that block, but just maybe a little too fast for Erin.
And look, we do have a new libero here for the Echidnas. Bina coming on.
And a nice little ace celebration by Illawarra. We'll have to practice that one on the dance floor tonight, I think. And a timeout by Josh Thorpe is called. And after an 8-point lead early in this set, Echidnas only up 19-16.
Illawarra finding their feet again. After a 10-2 deficit in the beginning of this set, they have very much clawed their way. They do not want this game to end. They want to be fighting for every point. They're hustling. They are throwing their bodies everywhere, covering every single hit.
And
they want it.
With limited number of options, like Illawarra only having those 2 people on the bench at any one time. There's not a lot of changes that can be made. They're backing themselves. And Coach Thorpe giving the girls the opportunity to get the job done themselves. He's got a lot of rotational options that he's choosing just to keep fresh at the moment.
Number 13, Phoenix on the serve here, serving down to Lucy Allwright.
And she says, thank you very much. I'll pass it and kill it myself. Your Tasmanian State League MVP in Lucy Allwright strutting her stuff.
Goes back to serve here. Finding number 8. And wow.
Almost trickled over the net there, and I don't think Echidnas would have got that one up.
No.
But luckily, the net was in the way.
Net is nicely tensioned here today.
It's a great net. Set up by our chief referee delegate, Stephen Ibbott.
Speaking of the net,
that serve found its way into it.
Also, that being said as well, Bree was taking half the court again. It looks like she is trying to take as much of it as possible to force the Echidnas to just go for the hard option of trying to get on
Great
someone
pass
else.
by Beanie there.
Oh, and not touched. Great watching by linesman Braden Ibbott.
Nothing gets past that man.
Eyes like a hawk.
Anna with the serve.
Just going a bit long there.
About half a metre too much on that one. With scores 22 to 18. Big yours. Erin Fudge is back to serve here.
It looks like Bree's still taking up quite a lot of that court there. And Erin serving outside of the stick.
Yeah.
That's just unfortunate. Must have left the hand wrong or...
Can we just check the pressure on that ball thing? Thank you. 19-22. Rain at a serve.
Raina putting a nice serve into the libero there.
And
libero
great
Bree
up
picking
by
up
Bree.
another ball. And over the top, setter Sammy taking a swing at it.
It'll be a free ball for Echidnas here. 3 options.
Oh, and there's a bit of a miscommunication, but the libero has been watching just for that in case. Picking up it again. Going to the outside, Trin, and dropping on the net. on the opposite side.
Tegan not happy with herself there. She was in the great spot, but just couldn't press and finish that block.
Looked like she almost half jumped away there, which allowed it to come up and down on her side.
Caitlin back to serve.
Serving the libero again. Great pass up into the middle, providing all those options.
Oh, great up.
Acrobatic up.
A little joust on the net there.
A deep push by the setter. Nice push wide.
Great ups by Lucy there. Swing outside by Trin. Will find its way through the gap and in front of position 6. Echidna's with 5 set points.
Caitlin to serve here.
And a cross-court serve, picking out Rayner.
Still a great pickup and not finding the block touches they were going for. And that will conclude set 2, 25-19 to the Echidnas.
Echidna's 2 sets up here.
That being said,
there has been moments of great play by both teams.
Yes, both teams have been having very, very great moments, but both teams also having moments where they've lost a bit of that momentum.
Yeah.
And have taken a bit of time to get back into it again. Finding those like 2, 3, 4 points where it just takes that little bit too long, which sometimes will cost you the set. We looked at like the Echidnas in the beginning of that set were 10-2 up, and the score finished to be 25-19.
It would have been very easy for Illawarra to drop their heads and lose that set 25-10.
So that resilience is absolutely amazing.
That fight back by them was second to none there.
And now, look, still smiling, all having fun. That's what we'd like to see here. Looks like Reese is giving some instructions here on their new rotation. See if he changes anything up here.
I'd be interested to see number 12, Hayley. She's been a point-scoring machine through the middle. She's listed here as a setter. Maybe an option? Who knows?
Just change something up. See what can happen. If it doesn't work, adapt.
Echidnas with close to 14 names on their sheet, with plenty of options to rotate through. We saw a couple changes there with, 13 names. We saw Coach Josh Thorpe do a couple of double subs there to run the backcourt setting option. Maybe a continual use of that this set. Who knows?
Potentially. He has not used every single one of his players yet, so it might be the time that he might, if they find themselves up again, he might put on some more of the bench players. We'll see how they set themselves up for this set. If they continue to do what they've been doing, which is putting on their front line, their front top sort of best team on court for the beginning, and then making those substitutions on the way through. It looks like referee Steve having a few words with second ref Ben here, giving him some pointers. Something really good about having such a high qualified referees being able to sort of provide feedback in the moment, which is really, really good.
A lot of young developing players and referees here today. We've got a couple of linesmen and scorers that are a part of the junior development program, which Steve has been a part of for a long time. Developing not just players, but officials as well. It's great to see.
Echidna's with high spirits here by the looks of it. And Illawarra responding just as well.
Echidna's unfortunately going down to Pro Volley 3-1 in both games last week. We never saw their heads drop. Always playing in high spirits, these girls. And a couple changes for the Echidnas with Lucy Allright coming in to pass hit and Erica Hudson coming on as opposite. That libero change that we saw last set with Sabine Janssen staying on for Gemma in this third set.
Just throwing it up. Make some mixes up here and there. Bina has had the time to watch and see different patterns and things on the side, so...
No change for Illawarra from what I can see.
Nice high pass. Only sharp cross angle.
What an angle there by Tegan.
And that is the first backcourt ball that we have seen from the Echidnas. Lucy Allwright going for that pipe and absolutely finding the middle of the
Lucy
court.
ran a couple of Cs in that first set.
My apologies. Looks like they're still serving Rayner there.
A double block on the middle. It seems Echidnas have adjusted to Illawarra's heavily used middle option and putting 2 blocks up there.
Looks like the setter Tegan. Just say a couple words to the team. Just say, hey, look, it's all right. Reset. It's all good.
Sammy back to serve again. And she will score an ace.
If we have a look here as well, we've got Bree taking almost 2/3 of the court here, trying to influence and make it that bit harder for Sammy to find that target, which can develop into errors like we have just seen.
She was indeed taking 2/3 of the court there. Ambitious, but making the Echidnas serve where they almost want them to.
Exactly.
Number 7, Tegan back to serve. Dropping short in front of Lucy.
Still picks it up very well, though. And a great pick-up.
A great swing by Erica.
Backcourt ball over the top of the block and a great pass and going for a setter dump.
And here we go.
Echidna's having some time with this ball here. See what options they run. Over the top of the block again. Trin
3 huge swings by Echidnas there. Erica and Trin.
Illawarra, though, defense has been absolutely incredible.
They've got some great defenders there.
Getting it nice and high, just keeping in those points, and
two
players going for the ball at the same time. And just unfortunately, just a little bit of miscommunication there between the setter, Tegan, and Phoenix. Number 13.
Trin back to serve now, 5-1. Similar to what happened last set.
Oh,
and wow. That ball looked out for all money and just managed to find its way into that line.
Anna was very confident that it was going out, ducking out of the way for it.
A quick look back at her Illawarra men's team, and they too confirmed it was in.
Yeah. What do you think Reese is saying here? They were in the same position last set.
Coach Reese being forced to burn a timeout early in all 3 sets here. I'm sure it's not ideal, but just rallying the troops here.
Bring their vibes back together. Echidnas, smiles. They're all enjoying themselves.
That Viking chant
really fills this stadium.
It does. Considering they've got, 8 players, they're almost louder than the rest of them combined.
Honestly, absolutely incredible.
Captain Trin Thorpe back to serve.
Short ball.
Finding that line
Anna.
once again.
Anna going out for the swing here. Great swing into 6. That's a very wide ball.
And just falling over as she's tried to spike that one, Lucy.
That being said, Karen going up for the block regardless.
She wanted that roof. Nothing brings more glory than a nice roof block.
That's right. Karen going back for the serve now. Finding Lucy Allwright. And a free ball coming in. Bree taking it nice and easily. Going for that out wide to Rayner.
And Jess, just a blocking machine at the minute for Echidnas.
Absolutely great cover by Illawarra. See if their block can get there.
And just over the block there by Lucy.
There's one thing I think the Echidnas are currently having over the front court of Illawarra is that height.
Look at the size difference. 3 very large individuals for Echidnas.
Sadly, we don't have the stats of the Echidnas team.
At least 7 foot, some of these women.
Cross-court swing by Caitlin, and it's still up.
And Echidnas will have a free ball here.
Echidnas with another opportunity, and great placement of that free ball, and a
double called. Luckily for Illawarra there, as Caitlin Powerfree had a open net to swing at there.
Illawarra chasing those ball down, never giving up.
Phoenix back to serve here with
going to
Haley coming on at the front court.
That middle.
And a look of disappointment by Haley. She wanted to block Caitlin there, but just managed to find a way around it. Erica back to serve now.
High bump pass by the libero, and it's a resetting type ball.
And Echidna's now overloading that middle. If it's working, why change?
Exactly. What was the saying you had before?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's it.
And I tell you what, it's not broken.
No, not at all.
A great pass up by Bree. And just a little too much on that set. And,
absolute hustle by Echidna's players, sprawling themselves out trying to get that ball up. But a great tip there by Haley. Number 6, Anna, back to serve here for Illawarra.
Just fighting back a little bit here, 4-9. Illawarra would love a couple of points here.
Great pass by the libero.
A little set of dump there by Sammy. And a great set by Bree.
Going to that deep corners. Illawarra are really loving those deep corners, and a great block by Tegan.
And Caitlin just having an amazing third set.
Anna was in the right spot for that as well. Starting to make those adjustments where they're noticing the patterns of where Caitlin is hitting and are getting down balls up, which is excellent to see.
Just Anna and Tegan having a discussion here of who's going to set. Seem to be making the decision on the fly.
Great diving up, great cover, lots of play at the net here. Got some height on the ball here now. They can reset a little bit, run some options. Great up by Anna. Middle.
Oh, and I'm not shocked
Haley.
that she's listed as a setter because those were some clean hands.
Haley going for it again, tipping it into position 1. The setter, Sammy, having a swing and finishing it off.
And Bree in defeat, just taking a nap on the court there just after that point. She looked like she left it all out there.
Another timeout called here.
Both timeouts burned by Reese early on with the scores currently at 4-11. Echidna's up.
It's the one thing that Echidnas have over the top of Illawarra is currently is their squad size. They're able to make those substitutions where if one player is starting to get a little complacent or a little not having such a great time or tired or whatever, they're able to make that substitution. And they've got plenty of.
Illawarra, forced to just play through.
We can start to see it a little bit here. Bree absolutely throwing herself on every single point. She's absolutely incredible.
Illawarra working hard when they're on the court. Very little respite for these players.
Leaving everything out there. Heart on the sleeve, you would say. How they're playing. Lucy all right back to serve for the Echidnas. Serving it down into Bree in position 6. Rayner going for a swing, looking for touches off the block, but it's just gone through the seam.
Our blocks don't get that high. Lucy all right, back to serve again. Scores are 12-4. A rocket of a serve. Great scramble.
A free ball over the top, short. Oh my God, that was a great piece of placement if that was... And referee calling it a lift.
Interesting.
Lift. Wow. Very interesting. And it looks like...
And just a towel to wipe up a bit of sweat on the court there. Very dangerous. There's any moisture on a volleyball court.
Last thing you want is to slip, do an ankle or hurt yourself. Just trying to get to a ball. Lucy back to serve. Great set.
Oh, and Caitlin. A field day. Just having a little issue with connection between the Illawarra setters and their middles now. A lot of their points in the first 2 sets came through the middle, but this third set, Echidna's forming a nice strong block, causing some issues.
Wow, absolutely great reception there by Rayner. Nice little tip short, and oh wow, Trin reading it and putting it straight back over, saying no, no, no.
I don't know if that was intentional, but we'll take it.
We'll say it was intentional.
Either way, all points look the same in the scorebook.
That's it.
And Lucy on a 5-point serving run here.
Yeah, I believe so. Echidna's having that momentum here, and then see if they can keep going.
And a free ball to Echidna's.
Pushed out wide.
And a powerful swing.
It's a great
will find its way off
Karen.
touches into the roof here.
Look, I don't care what they say. That's a great up. I know it hit the roof. This roof.
Build a bigger stadium,
Yep.
Ben. We've been saying it for years. And a substitution being made for the Echidnas with Sammy Ashcroft coming off and Lucy Veldhuis coming on intercepting.
Lucy still on the serve here.
A weapon of a float serve, that. I tell you what, I'm not surprised Illawarra are struggling on this serve receive because these serves are just something else.
And it looks like Reese's trying to give us some instruction on potentially changing how they're lining up. It looks like they're stacking that outside there. Oh, wow.
Oh, and
just out.
I reckon there were millimetres in that. Another great serve, just finding itself wide.
Braden with those hawk eyes, as we were talking about before.
Nothing gets past him.
And it looks like a substitution has been made for the Echidnas. Gabriella Edgar coming on for pass hit. Essentially doing that backcourt pass hit that we've seen them do in pro volley. And
the linesman.
Francis calling that perfectly on the line.
No argument from the Echidnas there.
No.
That one was well and truly in.
If they did, they would have issues with them. All right, number 8, Rayner on the serve here. A great pass by Gabriella.
Oh.
Just not getting over the net.
Gabriella, usually a libero, but coming here on here as a pass hit, so very, very strong passes for Echidnas.
It's a great pass by Dina. Back middle set. Pushed out by Anna. And a great swing by Karen. Ball still in play. And it's out. Free throwing himself for that one as well.
She was about 4 metres off, but the commitment is second to none.
Illawarra finding some points here. They have clawed back from these deficits before. Echidnas need to just side out, and another ace coming in through for Illawarra.
Scores are 9-17. That early run of points just costing Illawarra now. There's still quite a large deficit to make up here.
Coach Thorpe walking around, and
that one was definitely out.
Coach Thorpe telling him in the previous point was like, hey, it's all good. Relax. It's all good.
Caitlin back to serve here.
Serving down to Karen, who puts it up nicely on the 3 metre line.
And she wanted to find that one off touches, but Lucy, clever enough just to pull those hands away at the last second.
That being said, the way that Lucy in the front court is blocking, she sort of like flaps her hands over the top of the tape. It's a very interesting type of block. You can get absolute kill blocks out of it, but works nonetheless.
Oh,
Trim
and
with
a pancake.
Great up by Illawarra, keeping it in play. Just on the net, still kept in play.
Oh, and that net, that joust and that little bit of oomph from Trin, just enough to get the ball over the tape there.
There's been a lot of play of just going backwards and forwards within the 3 metre lines. That ball.
Caitlin not happy with herself there.
It's going out.
A little shake of the head as she comes off.
It's hard to tell when she's unhappy. She smiles all the time.
It is just a smile, just looking like an angry smile.
Number 12, Haley, back to serve.
Float down the line.
It's a great pass. Running that slide again. Haley reading it very easily.
Just underneath that one, just a little bit.
Oh, and Karen trying to find those hands again, I reckon. Echidnas should have this set sealed. I say should because Illawarra have come back from this type of deficit before. We'll just see if they can stay focused.
Young Lucy back to serve here.
Great pass by Rayner. Bump set outside. Great pick-up by Gigi in the backcourt.
And a heavy-handed swing by Captain Trin Thorpe. Will find the floor off the block. 22-10, Echidna's lead here. Josh Thorpe sticking with his starting lineup majority of this game.
Float serve down the line here. Running that middle block, triple block on the middle.
Great up by Bree. Set outside.
Tegan.
And just unable, throwing the head back in despair. Not happy with that one was Karen. The set was there to be hit. Echidna's 23-10.
Lucy taking her time on the serve, using those entire 8 seconds that you've got since the whistle of the first ref.
And that's what Karen was after. And look at, she's fired up.
Ecstatic.
She's
at the height of 161. She has made it past
the height of Erica Hudson, who wouldn't be far off 2 metres.
Honestly.
It's not the size of the player on the court. No, I've lost the...
I don't know where you're going with that. Tegan
Neither do
back
I.
on the serve. Pass, great pass up at Libero. And
unfortunately,
hitting it over the top of Karen. What were you on about before?
I was going to say it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog.
Ah, okay, right.
That's what I was looking for. As
and it looks like a late substitution here for Lucy coming on for Gabriella. So
and
Lucy coming on for that front court.
Echidna's here, 13 match points.
Float serve.
Great up by Bree.
And
a big block by Lucy will finish this game.
3 sets to the Echidnas. 3 straight sets.
I don't think that last set score represents just how competitive a match this was, Ben.
No, not at all. Illawarra fighting their way through absolutely every single point.
To come here with 8 players, some possibly fighting through injury just to make the court, it's
great show of heart.
It's a great show of heart and just grit and determination by both sides.
That's
you
right.
know, you've got stark differences with Echidna's 14, 13 player squad. Plenty of options.
It looks like both teams getting some support from their
relevant men's teams. We would be down there high-fiving the Echidna women, but we're up here in the commentary box.
Been an absolutely amazing game. Very interested to see what they're going to come back with tomorrow.
A lovely just spirit for both game, and just some interesting sights we see here at the Moonah Sports Stadium. Thank you for joining us for this round 2 game between Echidnas, the Tasmanian Echidnas, and the Illawarra Vikings.
Make sure to tune in tomorrow. I believe we are starting at 9 a.m.
Yes, the
men game is at 11. Men are at 9. Women are at 11.
First serve up bright and early. Thanks for those that made their way to the stadium today and those that are watching along at home.
Thank you for your support, and
thanks for a great commentary game, Ben.
Thank you, Bailey. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it yourselves, and
we'll see you all on the court tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.